Hey everybody, welcome to the Big Boy Projects hangout for what's today? The 8th of December.
Hmm.
Sagittarius, stand up. I'm just saying that because my birthday's coming. And what are we gonna do today? We're gonna do video games today. We're gonna talk about video games. A lot of big news has happened.
Yo,
A lot of announcements were made in this last couple of days. We're gonna talk about them. Also, we're gonna talk a little bit about the PlayStation 20th anniversary, and how awesome that is because PlayStation's awesome. I am one of your hosts, Cecil, um, and there's my name. Okay, so still, still didn't put that up, but there's my name, and we have others as well joining me. We have James. Tell everybody, hey James.
what's going on, everybody?
Yep, that's James. And we have a very special guest who's smiling beautifully, showing those pearly whites for all of the internet to see. Say hello to the internet, please.
Hello, this is Warren Blackman, aka the Ninja with Nikes. My Nikes knows no limits.
Okay. Yes, all of that. But yeah, let's just get right into it. We just had the 20th anniversary of the probably the greatest, in my opinion, at least one of the greatest, maybe the second greatest
Mm,
console of all time.
mm.
I'll say arguably the second greatest. What do y'all think? How would y'all rank it? Like, what's your top two or three consoles of all time?
Wow. Let's see.
It's funny, and I know people gonna get mad at me for saying this, but
So,
Super Nintendo, PlayStation 2. I'm done.
what? Damn, he took mine.
I mean, I kind of have to give it to you all on that. That I really don't know. I can tell you my least favorite, but my favorite because see, I'm a much older gamer than y'all. So, well, I don't want to say much older, but I'm an older gamer than y'all. So I remember getting my Atari 2600. You know what I'm saying?
Ah, you had the good one.
And what that meant to me. I remember getting my Nintendo, the original NES,
Mm.
and what that meant to me. I remember my Super Nintendo. I was never much of a Genesis kid. I couldn't do that
Mm.
because it was whack. All they had was Sonic.
That's the shade I felt from that. Just
Yeah,
profound
yeah,
sadness. Just
Right.
yeah. I don't know if it was shade. It's a bit direct. So, yeah. I guess I don't know if I was to name my top three. I guess the Super Nintendo would be up there,
Yay.
but for me, the original NES was everything.
Yeah.
You didn't live until you blew on a cartridge. You know what I'm saying? You didn't have a childhood until you.
Right.
until you had to
Yeah. Oh,
take
not just the cartridge.
balance
You
it
have to
on
blow
top
into
of
the
it.
game.
Yo, yeah, blow inside the console, why don't you? Yes. You have to. We had to do everything to get Mario 3 working.
Okay, you had to get Mario 3 working. So,
Seriously.
What? We did everything. Blow it. You got a wet nap, anything to get that.
Wipe it down with a towel and alcohol.
Right.
look,
Windex. Oh, God.
this was pre-internet, so there were rumors going around about the best way to do it, and they would tell you to wrap it in aluminum foil and freeze it, and
I remember that. Yeah.
then it would work. A lot of people ruined their damn cartridges trying to, and their Nintendos trying
Right. Trying to do that crap.
to do that foolishness, but I don't know.
Put electronics in the freezer. See how that works.
And I would truly have to put the original PlayStation on that list very, very high. If it's not second, it's at least third because I mean the PlayStation, man, is the
Yeah.
PlayStation.
Right.
And
That-
you just can't you can't mess with it at all, no matter how hard you try. So
because it's got the most memorable games.
yeah, it really have memorable games. I mean, like Crash Bandicoot and the original Resident Evil.
Yes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can't beat that. So I don't know.
I say the PlayStation 2 over the PlayStation 1 because of the fact that you still can bring that classicness over to the PlayStation 2, and you still can relive those moments.
Oh, was that backwards compatible?
Yep. PlayStation 2 was
Damn sure
practically the only one that was best for backwards compatibility.
Damn sure was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that is very, 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 very true.
To this day, I play Crash Bandicoot 2. Croc was the best next to Crash Bandicoot. I still play Street Fighter EX plus Alpha. Big up to all my Street Fighter players because everybody knew that was the shit when that game.
Right, it was.
So.
I remember getting my first PlayStation. It was Christmas, and you know your parents got it all wrapped and neat. And you didn't know what you were getting.
Mm-hmm.
When I tell you, I was like a gymnastic. Listen, I was twirling. If I had a baton, I'd be spinning it.
Seriously though,
I would have had tens across the board. I was so happy.
We heard screams like somebody was going to die that they got a PlayStation 1.
Right.
It was hilarious.
Yeah.
It was hilarious.
Can y'all still hear me? I just plugged in my earphone.
Yeah, we hear you.
Okay. The reason it's funny that you said that because I remember when I got my Atari 2600 back when I was a little kid. I was visiting my grandmother and my cousins were all down there and everything. And I got my Atari 2600, and I swear to God, the grass was greener, the sky was bluer, the birds sang sweeter, and everything was just alive. Everything was alive. The little bit of depression that a little preteen could have was just alleviated, and everything about the world was great until my uncle let my cousin play my Atari 2600 first before I got the chance to play it.
Oh, that's
and when I tell you, I turned. This is who Cecil is. This is a compact story of who I am. My cousin got to play my Atari 2600 first, and I turned that whole house over because I was furious. When I tell you, I was furious. I was so mad that my uncle would let my cousin Edward, and Edward, I don't know if you're listening, probably not, but I'm still mad at you. If I find you, I'm gonna get you for that. I have not forgotten. So, I was mad about that, but I know exactly what you mean.
Right, because if we go back to the top consoles, I think if I had top 4, it would be Super Nintendo, Dreamcast.
Oh wow!
And I know people gonna get mad about that, but that came out a little bit before PlayStation. It didn't get the hype as PlayStation, so I was sad about that. PlayStation 1 and Game Boy.
Wow! Oh,
you know what? I will have to give it to you on the Game Boy for real. For real. I actually had my very first satchel / Merce. Because it was my Game Boy carrying case, so I had like
right. You won the popular kid if you didn't have that satchel. Okay?
I know I had my Game Boy carrying case, and I had like all of my Game Boy cartridges in it, and I had like my little satchel, and I had to walk around with it to all my friends, and I was really kind of the only. There was me and maybe another kid who used to play video games a lot. Everybody else was outside being active and playing football, playing basketball. And my lonely ass is sitting in the house playing video games.
Yeah, that roll with that. 'Cause trust me, I had a crew. We went around playing Game Boy games. Granted, we didn't start on the original Game Boy. We started on the Game Boy Color. That's when Pokemon started getting in, and everybody had to go out and get that yellow.
No, baby.
I had the original Game Boy, the brick.
The brick.
I had the
black and green, and that's all you got.
Right. And I would play Mario for hours and hours and hours. That's why I found out how carpal tunnel feels.
Yeah. I did have a lot of cramped hand, hurt wrists. I did. There was a lot of just eye strain, all of that because a lot of anxiety because Tetris used to drive me crazy.
Wow, I used to love Tetris. That's what just keep me
Man,
on
I used to
edge.
love Tetris, but Tetris would give me so much anxiety. I just had to put the game down.
Right.
And, of course, I'm a little kid, so I don't really know how to label it. But Tetris used to drive me up the wall. I used to get so scared, and then to make that noise, and then you'd be dead. And I just,
Right. And the thing about it is, like the first four rounds, they going slow. But once you get past that, they start speeding up. I like fuck it.
Yeah. I still have my Game Boy somewhere in my parents' house, unless my mother decided to get rid of it. I don't know, because she didn't understand the value and all that stuff. So my original Nintendo, my Game Boy, my Super Nintendo, it's probably all gone. So let me give a moment of silence for my cartridges.
It's so hard.
Okay.
I have to be there with you because my the Nintendo was actually the first console I ever had. And one day, me and my brother decided to play because he was visiting. Excuse me. I was living with my grandmother at the time, and it would not show up on the TV. Now we're thinking, okay, what the heck is going on? It's not showing. I'm thinking it's the TV, and he swears up and down it's the console. So, being him and being the impatient and aggressive person that he is, he goes Incredible Hulk on the Nintendo, literally smashing it to pieces with his bare hands.
Are you serious?
Dead serious.
Is that when you took your tranquilizer gun and shot him?
I started to find the nearest blunt object because I knew a tranquilizer would not work.
Right. That Mortal Kombat skills about to come out.
Yeah, so I'm looking at it. I'm looking at this like.
Right, speech.
Really?
Why?
That was the first time in my conscious life that I actually cursed him out. I was like, why in the hell did you do that? And it was like, oh, my bad.
Your bad.
Your bad. So we had to wait a whole nother year to get a whole nother system, and that's when we finally got the Super Nintendo. We did not go back to the regular Nintendo.
Hey, Cecil, pull your camera down a little bit.
Oh,
we can see the top of your head.
Can you see me?
Yeah.
Down or up? Hold on. Let me go to my own screen.
Yeah, that.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, he. I don't know if y'all watched Desperate Housewives, but he will be in that base pit locked up.
Yeah, you better believe it. Locked up. Just like Alfred Woodard's son was locked up.
Right. Oh, where's so? I don't know. He just never came home.
We had to lock him up, come back, and throw him a meal, and that be it. Like, you're not touching any other console in this house.
What I was doing was the reason I couldn't see my own camera is because I was looking at on Wikipedia the list of PlayStation games, like the original list of PlayStation games.
Oh.
And that of course there's a lot of stuff that I didn't play on here, but there was a lot of stuff that just, I mean, Chrono Trigger.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Castlevania games. There's just a lot of good stuff. Darkstalkers, I just scrolled past that. The original Darkstalkers, Jawan.
Wow.
Crash Bandicoot Racing.
Yeah. Earthworm Jim 2.
Wait, Earthworm Jim was on PlayStation?
The second one was.
Wow. I totally missed out on that.
Yeah, it was. I don't know.
It beat the first one.
I don't even know if it was really even good or anything like
well,
that.
The reason for that is back then, internet wasn't as popular as now.
Right.
So we didn't know none of this crap. So if you didn't go to the store and look, you weren't going to find nothing.
Or at least some type of gaming magazine.
Right.
Exactly. And and then I got to the part where the Final Fantasy games are, and but it's just, I mean, James, you understand, Jawan, you understand what that sigh was for just now. But let me just kind of go over what the PlayStation Final Fantasy game was. Final Fantasy Origins, Final Fantasy 6, Final Fantasy. I can't even say it out loud anymore. I'm so ashamed. Final Fantasy 7, Final Fantasy 8, and 9. Final Fantasy Chronicles in the collection, and Final Fantasy Tactics.
Right.
But Jesus, let's go ahead and jump right into it. I guess Final Fantasy 7. Square has trolled us beyond belief. And at the PlayStation Experience the other day, they have decided to not create an HD port or an HD remake of Final Fantasy VII, which is, if I remember correctly, still the highest selling Final Fantasy. Still the most popular Final Fantasy. Still the one that people buzz about the most. For me, it was. I mean, Final Fantasy VII has a very special place in my heart because it was the first time I ever got emotional over a video game. Ever. Spoilers, but when, one of the main characters died, I was like, what?
Right.
I seriously thought my system was broken.
He thought Tifa broke the system.
I was like, did Cloud just stab my heart? What?
Godbuster story.
Right. What just happened here? And what just happened was Square Enix reached in and they pulled my heart out like once upon a time, and they just crushed it into dust.
Because it had the movie quality writing.
Oh my god, it was so good.
With a video game. That's what made it so epic.
So, and we've already seen ports of the game on mobile, and we've seen it on isn't it on the PSN now?
Yep, and emulators
and all of that other stuff. And fans have been clamoring for a
remastered version.
Fans have been clamoring for a I guess the word is a fulfilling version of Final Fantasy VII for so long. So what do we get instead? We get a port of the PC version. Coming to the PSN. Who knows when it's coming? Who gives a damn when it's coming? Personally, I'm gonna say how I feel about it, as if you didn't know. I'm gonna say how I feel about it, and I'm gonna let y'all talk about it. But for me, it was a complete insult. When I read the title of the article, I think it was on IGN, I was really excited. And I think on Facebook I said, that there was one single tear because, I had that one happy, I can't believe this is really happening to me. This is a great moment tear. And then I read the article and it was that one tear became the ugly cry because I was just like, oh my God, what the fuck have you done to me? To take a PC port from, what was this, 1997 maybe?
Yeah.
And it's 2014. And y'all take a PC port from back then and do that. So I don't know. It was insulting to me. What do y'all's opinion?
Like I said, I wasn't surprised because they've been talking about remastering the game for a long time now. It's been when they first talked about it. It was like 2005. They were talking about they're gonna remaster the game. So if they haven't done it by now, they weren't gonna do it.
Well, did they say that they were going to remaster the game, or did they say that they were never going to remaster the game unless there was another Final Fantasy? Because what I remember is they said that they would only do it if there was another Final Fantasy that was as popular as this one. Then they would do it.
Well, they might well give up because it ain't gonna happen.
No, it's not. It's not.
So,
it's not gonna happen.
But they said they're gonna remake it, and they showed a teaser trailer. I think right around 2008, 2009. It was like a little teaser trailer. You didn't see much. You didn't see Cloud at the train station with HD graphics.
Mm-hmm.
and the trailer cuts off. So they were trying to show you that they were working or thinking about working on the remastered version.
Mm-hmm.
So when time passed, like they ain't gonna make this game.
Yeah.
Like I already had it in my mind they weren't gonna make it.
Mm-hmm.
So when I saw the video of Final Fantasy VII, I said, "Oh, okay." It really didn't shock me, but but it kind of made me laugh because the audience went there. I don't know how much they knew, but they went there because they knew a Final Fantasy announcement was gonna be made.
Mm-hmm.
So to go there and seeing that crap, y'all can find the video anywhere on YouTube or whatever. But the crowd's reaction was so it was so disheartening.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cause you know they think, okay, you're gonna show us the old game and how it was, then you're gonna show us the new one.
Mm-hmm.
Nope, you just getting the old. That's it. In the conference.
And I also remember them saying a long time ago that they weren't going to make one because when you make an HD remake, you don't really just scrub the graphics cleaner. You don't just put it into a machine, hit a button, and it changes the graphics. You really have to go and recreate, frame by frame, scene by scene. You have to really do that. And they said that they didn't have the resources, at Square Enix at the time, as if they were doing something else. They didn't have the I'm just playing, but they said that they didn't have the resources to do that. So I get it, but my point is this: if you don't have the resources to give us the game that we want, don't placate us by giving us this crap.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just the way. That. As you can tell, I'm angry about it. Mm-hmm. That's just the way that I feel about it. Juwan, go ahead before I start going.
If I was there with Guy and DiCaprio, we'll all be looking here with profound sadness, facial expressions, because that be that bullshit. Mm-hmm. Don't be releasing this old shit with the old graphics. Don't polish up the old graphics to make it look like it's 2160p, because I'm not fooled by that shit either.
You stupid.
Give me the good shit. Give me the recreated, the remastered, the revamped, the remix, all that. Right. All that in one.
I know.
Don't resell me something that I already have. Or better yet, don't resell me something I know I can go get myself for free.
Right. Okay.
Just saying.
But the thing is, though, they did a prequel to the Final Fantasy VII, which was Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core.
Right.
And, like I said, I had the game, man. I got the book.
Oh, okay.
Real.
See, that's how you know, diehard fan right there.
Right. And okay, I ain't gonna say it was bad. It was a good game. The only thing that pissed me off was the damn leveling up system.
Mm-hmm.
Which was they had like these slot machine craps in the corner, and when it hits, I think 777, you level up. I was like, okay, that threw me off.
Yeah.
Wow. So it was rare to level up or something?
Like it does it often, but it's not like the traditional. You go out, fight monster, grind. That's why you like a RPG. You want to go out there and grind and get your skills together and get all this together and blah blah blah. They kind of took that away, but the story was amazing. So if you can make another Final Fantasy VII prequel, then you can make a remaster. That's the end.
Was it a prequel or was it a sequel?
Prequel.
Really?
Yeah.
So it took place between 6 and 7. Okay.
Right, because this is where Cloud gets his first Buster Sword.
Oh, okay.
Well, I don't know. With Final Fantasy games, they aren't really connected like that. So 6 really didn't have anything to do with 7.
Right. It was the prequel to 7. Like,
okay.
So, like I say, it's the beginning of 7, you see Cloud at the train station, blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. So, it was time before he reached the train station.
Oh.
Okay. I got you.
So, yeah. Okay. So, you had, like, characters like Genesis, Angel, Zack, which were Cloud's leaders in the prequel.
Okay. I got you. Right. So, also, back then the original PlayStation brought us, and I know you're a big fighting game player. But I don't know if you ever played this. Did you ever play the King of Fighters series?
Yes, I did.
Hmm.
There's very few of them I played though.
Really?
Hmm.
Yeah, because they're annualized, so they come out every year.
Hmm.
Um, and I think it was what 97 through. No, I don't know. No, it wasn't. It wasn't 97. It was. I just scrolled past it, but it was about 6 or 7 of them games that came out during that lifespan, and then of course the Mega Mans.
Hmm.
Mega Man 8, Legends, Legends 2, X3, X4, X5, X6.
X7 and X8 were for PlayStation 2.
Yeah, X7 and X8 were on PlayStation 2, but they
Then
went all the way to X6.
that command mission thing, whatever that was, I don't know what that
Mhm.
was.
Yeah,
They tried to make X into an RPG, which I thought would have been cool if it was executed properly. So,
Right.
but clearly it was not.
no, it was not.
Clearly.
Yeah, that Mega Man games. That was like the only real game that I actually threw a controller.
Uh-huh.
I can't blame
Because
you.
those games
I
are
know what
hard
you
as
want to do.
balls. They really are.
They're like,
They
okay,
are.
I can get past the levels, but once you get to that boss,
Uh-huh.
you gonna die. Okay, so if you
Yeah.
expect to beat this game all the way through without dying, you're sadly mistaken. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
The
That's
first
some
Mega Man
old
X
school.
was a trip. Oh my
Yeah.
God. I was like, okay, so you got this claw thing, you want to shoot lasers, you want to shoot
Mhm.
vertical lasers and lightning.
Mhm.
I'm like, no, I ain't got enough health for all
Right.
that.
Then you in so much rage, you throw the controller, then you run after the controller, hoping, hoping that it didn't break, because this controller costs a lot of money.
I'm saying,
And then you run
all
after
I'm
it.
saying is make sure them subs takes all 4 of them are full because you're going to need every bit of help you can in that first Mega Man.
Right.
You know what? The funny thing about those Mega Man games, like if you see people like on YouTube now, watch people do like speed runs and stuff like that.
Mhm.
The thing about it is, every speed run that you see, people are always doing it the exact same way because
Mhm.
over the years they figured out exactly the path that
Mhm.
you need to take to get
Right.
through this game. But there's only one,
Mhm.
and it took us years to figure that out. That there's only one way to get through. So I just God, Mega Man games are great. I wasn't a big Mega Man fan when I was young.
Mhm.
Didn't really care much for the graphics. Didn't really care much for the challenge.
Mhm.
To be honest with you, those games were hard as fuck. It was just ridiculous.
Yeah, they were.
I didn't know which order I was supposed to go. Y'all gave me too much freedom to just go wherever the hell I want. And then y'all put me, I got this leaf shield, but y'all put me with in the wrong land, and my leaf shield don't mean shit. So
Oh
I
my
just couldn't
God.
run. I couldn't run.
I will say this, and I know a lot of Mega Man fans will knock me for this, but the only original Mega Man game I played was Mega Man in Base. I never played any of the ones before that one, not even the
Really?
very first one.
Really?
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, shout out to Capcom,
Mm.
because 9 and 10, when they came out on the what was that PlayStation 3,
Mm.
they were in the same style of those old games. And
Mm-hmm.
that was really awesome. We love that. Also, getting to just continuing on with this PlayStation stuff, Resident Evil.
Mm.
Resident Evil, I think 1, 2, and 3. I'm guessing without looking. Let me look. Yeah, 1, 2, and 3, and then Resident Evil Survivor, which I have no idea what the hell that is.
So Survivor was kind of short lived. It was cool, but the story was kind of short.
Yeah, I don't know anything about that. But I do know about Resident Evil 1, and also, just like Final Fantasy 7, there are just certain memorable moments in Resident Evil 1. There's just one moment in particular when you go down this hallway and nothing happens, but when you come back through the same hallway, that dog jumps out the window. Baby, you talk about somebody lost no, because I'm easily scared. I don't do survival horror. I don't do all of that stuff, but that was before I knew that. But that dog jumped out in the hallway, and I panicked. I was all of my game. If I wasn't gay before, I was full on sissy when that dog jumped out the window because poor Jill Valentine. Wasn't it Jill Valentine that you had at the time? I think.
If it was Jill and Chris? Was
Yeah,
it Jill and
look,
Chris?
the master of unlocking things. Poor Jill, she just ran around there like a chicken with her head cut off. She was shooting all her little ammo up. Wasn't even facing the direction of the goddamn dog. I didn't know.
This is a mess.
I did
Oh my
not know
God.
what to do. I had lost my mind. That dog was even more scary to me than those big green things that showed up closer to the end of the game.
Mm.
That like one swipe they'll chop your head off.
Oh, the Gamma. So that's where they started out at
Yeah.
because they revamped them in 3. Where there's 2 versions of them. There's one that has it's red and it has these large ass claws that knows how to hop and do all these side steps like they on freaking Soul Calibur and shit. Like, why are you sidestepping? Like, I'm trying to shoot your head off. What is wrong with you? Stop moving. And then there's 3 of you, and then y'all trying to stop. Naruto, Shadow Clone Jutsu and shit. Stop doing that. Okay? And then you have the frog version. He can swipe too, but if he gets up close and he feels bold about it, he won't eat you whole. Like he will just pick you up and eat you. I'm like, wait, what?
I can't with that bullshit. But I'm telling you that dog did something more to me than anything else in any one of those survival horror games. I could not do it. I couldn't fuck with it. So there was the other one that was in the police station. Was that 2 or 3?
I think 2 and 3 had the police station. Yeah, because the second part of Resident Evil, actually both of them second parts are going towards the police station.
No, this one the whole game was in the police station. I think that was 3.
No, 3 wasn't all entirely in the police station. A good portion of it. Okay. You go in and you by yourself and you run into a couple zombies and you finding stuff. And then Nemesis want to jump his big ass through a freaking window and say, "Hey, look, I got a rocket launcher."
You know what? That must have been Nemesis. That was 3.
Yeah, he jumped through that window. I was trying to put the controller down.
Wasn't that the one with the lickers where they would climb up on the ceiling and they just stick their tongues out and shit at you?
I think the lickers was either 2 or 1.
Okay. You know what? They definitely weren't 1.
Okay.
So, anyway, the people who are listening and our viewers, if y'all could help us out in these comments because we really don't know. As you are subscribing and liking everything that we do. Thank you. Thank you so much. We love your subscriptions and we love your likes and we like you back. But yeah, man, that dog was too much. So moving forward, let's move away from that damn dog. I can't with that dog.
Well, you gonna love Last of.
You know what? Okay, so for the people who don't know, Black Friday, I was truly blessed, and for the very first Black Friday in my life, I wasn't totally broke. So I actually got the chance to purchase things on Black Friday, and I got a PlayStation 4. I got the Black Friday bundle with Grand Theft Auto and The Last of Us. I also bought Shadow of Mordor to go along with that. I also got what I consider the real Black Friday bundle, and that's the Wii U, the bundle that where I get it from, Best Buy had this year with Nintendo Land, Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, Smash Brothers, hallelujah, thank you Jesus, and Super Mario 3D World. And I haven't been able to really play much PlayStation 4 since because I've been on Mario so hard. I have enjoyed my time. And we also got 2 TVs. We got, because we had, some old school tube TVs. One of them, the picture tube had blown out. It blew out earlier this year. One of them was on its way out, so we went and got some new stuff too. Now, don't get me wrong. Don't try to steal these TVs out my house because they're not the good kind. They're not Samsung.
Samsung is good to a degree, but people have been gearing up to my LG.
LG is good.
Yeah,
Right.
so.
And that's what I got. Hey.
Yeah.
Right. LG is good, and I'm not gonna sleep on LG at all. But since I do Samsung phones, I like to kind of keep it. Anyway, I like to have Samsung TV too, so I can interact with it with my phone.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's see what else. What do y'all remember? While I'm looking up all this stuff, what do y'all remember about the PlayStation 1? What was it?
The PlayStation 1.
What were the games for you?
I had, like I said, I had Croc 2, Crash Bandicoot 2. Even memorable, the sample disc with all the
I know.
trial and stuff. Oh my God. I love those sample discs. I wish I could have collected them all because they are all collector's items right now.
Are they?
Yeah,
Yes.
you can barely find any of them. Even I have one of the rarest ones, which is the Pizza Hut one. A lot of people didn't get that one.
You had the Pizza Hut one with the little creature that was walking around and you had to collect something? I can't remember what it was.
Yep,
Wow,
the blue disc. Yep, I sure have it.
Damn, that's old.
Better hold on to it. Is it in good condition?
Yep, it still works to this day.
That's how you gonna move to Atlanta right there. There you go.
Right. All right,
You are
Jefferson.
already set.
Man, that is on point. That game, and I think that was the only one that had the least amount of games on it too. I think it's like only 4 or 6 games on there. But like the other ones, they had like 12 to 16. And if you flip the panels and press the buttons on the back, there are other games that you can play too. So some of them had like more than 16.
There were also a lot of very considerable Street Fighter games on the original PlayStation.
Yes.
You had Alpha 2, and Alpha 3.
Alpha 3 is the best in the entire series, and I'm going to keep saying that.
Yeah, Alpha 3 was real good. But then you also had the highest points in Street Fighter, and you had the lowest points in Street Fighter. Because they had the EX series.
Yes, that was a
also
memorable
had.
one.
Oh, I bet you don't remember this. Do you remember Street Fighter the movie?
Yes, I'm not mentioning
Street
that
Fighter
one.
the movie, the game. Because it was like set up kind of like Mortal Kombat, and they did these trying to be photorealistic things of Raul Julia playing M. Bison. And
Oh my God! I was like, what in the world?
Oh, it was so bad. It was so bad.
The movie was even worse. Like, okay, so M. Bison, leader of Shadowloo, gets his powers by getting shot by some TV screens.
Yes, it was.
Right.
It was horrible.
I'm done. I'm sorry. I refuse to fight a supervillain who gets his powers from an LG or a Samsung mixture of TV. No. I'm not doing it. No. Even worse, how they portrayed the Hadouken in that movie. What was that? It looked like
I never watched it. I never saw that crap. No.
Oh, I'm glad. I wish I could get my time back from my life for that because that Hadouken was sorry as hell. Like you pushed him. That was not a Hadouken. You pushed him. You pushed him with 2 hands.
Right.
Hadouken. That's what you did. Stop doing
it.
Go ahead, Jay. Go ahead, Jay.
I was about to say, even now, you remember the movie Legend of Chun-Li? That monstrosity right there.
Oh my God. I'm sorry. The only reason I watched that movie was to see Michael Clark Duncan. That was it. That's the only reason I've seen that movie.
He was in that movie.
Yep. The only reason I saw that movie was him. That was it.
Was in
like, okay, M. Bison gonna be in the movie. Okay, where is he? Where is he? Oh, you mean the dude with the blonde hair? Oh, that's him. I was done.
It was terrible. And then the dude they had to play Charlie, and again, I was just like, no, it was just as much as a travesty as they did Dragon Ball Evolution.
I don't know much about that.
Oh God!
I'm not a Dragon Ball fan, so I don't know.
I cried at that movie because they screwed it up so bad. I was like, my childhood died.
Let's put Goku.
High performance.
Let's put Goku in a high school. What?
In high school, Goku has no formal education whatsoever. None.
Goku is as dumb as a bag of rocks. Okay.
Wait, I'm sorry. They put him in high school?
Yes.
Now even I don't watch Dragon Ball Z, but even I know that. He got his education from the streets.
Right.
Basically, in a nutshell,
In the
yeah.
mountains. And
Like I
And
said,
on top of that, where in the hell is Krillin? Where is
right.
Krillin?
yeah,
Krillin ain't nowhere to be found in this movie whatsoever.
y'all,
And
y'all get deep.
that Kamehameha fire
Yeah,
graphics.
um,
Oh my god.
I've seen
can't
better
believe y'all
graphics
know
on YouTube videos than in this movie. That's sad.
Right.
that's awful.
Y'all
Um,
did the Kamehameha wave like Chun Li do her little fireball on Street Fighter.
Right.
That's horrible.
I
Now
was so pissed.
I will say this. Because I remember exactly where I was when I was playing PlayStation, like for real, for real.
Mm.
It was my freshman year of college at the University of Alabama Roll Tide. And all I played was Tekken.
Wow.
I mean, it was Tekken, 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 and Tekken. That game did something to me. It did something for me that I could never replicate. It was something about Tekken, and Tekken 2. I mean, I think Tekken 3 came out on there too.
Yeah, that was the first Tekken I actually ever owned.
Yeah.
2 was the one I started on. I never actually played Tekken 1.
Yeah, and with 7 coming out, I think at the PlayStation Experience they unveiled another character, Lucky Chloe. But Tekken, just man, it was so good and it was so different because that was our first time really seeing him. Now you gotta understand that was 1995.
Right.
That was our first time ever seeing anything, 3D like that as far as a fighting game.
Right. Because back then, no polygons, circles, squares, triangles. They were using to make those characters. Those was like the best graphics at the time of games.
Yeah, it was really, really good. And I just, shouts out to Tekken. I got burnt out around Tekken 6 where I just couldn't play no more. I just couldn't play no more. And then, of course, as soon as I get burnt out, that's when they decide to put out Tekken Tag Tournament 2, which pissed me off because I really wanted to play that game and couldn't because I was just like, I'm burnt out on Tekken. I can't play it no more. But yeah, shouts out to Tekken. Love Tekken. I miss Tekken. Miss the feelings that I had around Tekken. I had some really emotional ties to a lot of these games. So.
Right.
Go ahead.
But I'm about to say, since we talking about fighting games, what y'all talk about that Street Fighter V sneak peek?
Well,
it looked good. I'm not gonna lie, it looked good. I'm just more interested in who's gonna be in it.
Right.
Where is the story going to take place? More than likely, it's gonna be after Street Fighter 3.
I can't believe you care about a story in a fighting game.
I do. I really
can't
do.
believe that.
I love the cinematics.
I love it. Game.
I love the cinematics. I can't help it. And it's because of Street Fighter 4. They brought in the cinematic cut scenes. And I'm like, okay.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it gives you little, like, for instance, like your favorite character. Let's say it's Ken, for instance. It gives you a little background on Ken.
Yeah.
And like I say, when you play the character, you want to know a little background.
I'm like, Ken got a baby? Really?
You know what? I want to know a little background. One of the problems that I do have with the Tekken series is that it is so ridiculously convoluted with everything that happens to the Machinimas or whatever, Mishimas or whatever. And everybody, all 556 characters in the game have something to do with this story. I'm like, really? For real? Really? It's just too long. It's just way, way too much. I'm okay with Street Fighter, the original Street Fighter 2, where it was just 8 motherfuckers. And, Chun-Li is a spy, and Ryu is doing this just because he wants to. And Ken is doing it just because Ryu is doing it.
Right. That is so true.
and I'm okay with that. I'm totally okay with that. I don't really need to know anything else because when I'm playing the game, I don't care about why. You know what? To be totally honest with you, the only fighting game I've ever played where I gave a damn about the story, where the story meant something to me, was Injustice.
Oh.
Because I needed to know why Harley Quinn could hit Superman and it would hurt.
Yeah.
That was important. I needed to know, because if not, that was going to be real stupid. I was just going to be like, I don't know.
And I'm going to say something on Injustice with the comic series that they have been doing based off the game storyline.
Phenomenal.
It's wow. I was like, I'm totally blown away right now. Like, to see Superman get himself a Sinestro ring and go ham.
Yeah.
Right.
That,
spoilers, everybody who have not read it yet, but spoilers.
Yeah, I was like, oh god, y'all don't give this man a ring. No, I'm done. I'm hanging up all my uniforms and cloaks, utility belts. No, he has a freaking ring. He is
right.
Why does he need that ring?
Hide, children, run. Superman got a ring.
Yeah. I mean, really, the Injustice comic. If you're a comics fan, if you're a DC fan, you really shouldn't miss it. I've read the first. What do they call them? How do they break them up in seasons? Maybe. Yeah. So I read those, and they're just good. I haven't continued. I didn't know anything about the ring. Thanks a lot, Jawan.
I'm sorry.
Not bad.
Spoilers.
That was so bad.
We try to avoid spoilers here without at least saying it. But yeah, so I mean, it's really, really good. So my point is, I needed to know that. That was very important to me. How is it that Batman can actually take a punch from Bane, like to the face, and nothing happens? How is that the case? So I it's important to that. So other than that, I'm
happy to see other people who were in the game actually appear in the comic series. That was a good thing too.
Right.
I know Jon Stewart is there, and Kyle Rayner, the other Flash, Batgirl actually does appear. Darkseid does as well.
Batgirl is a character.
Oh yeah, that's right. She is a character.
Yeah, a good one.
A good one.
Yes.
A cheap one, but a good one.
I'm waiting to see if they're going to actually throw Scorpion somewhere in there.
Scorpion's been in there. What? Scorpion been in the game?
He's in the game, but I don't know if he's going to be in the comic series. That's the funny
thing. You're talking about in the comic series? Okay.
No, I doubt it. Why was Scorpion in the game?
First of all, I'm pissed off that Scorpion was even in the game. I'm mad.
Why though? Because he kind of fits a little bit.
No, he does.
He kind of does. I mean, the fighting style and everything. I just don't know how he would fit in the storyline. But I mean,
well, I kind of get it because it does look like Mortal Kombat, kind of, with Injustice. But we don't want a Scorpion. They could have put so many other characters besides Scorpion into Injustice.
I felt like that was a waste of a slot.
Yeah, they could have put Darkseid. I would have took Darkseid over Scorpion. But then,
would that be too overpowered though?
No, because he's in the mobile version. Yeah, all of us who got the Ultimate Edition for the consoles, they re-released the game for the mobile version, and now he's on it.
Yeah,
that's one character. That's one character we missed out on. So, who is the one that's directing this game? Whoever you are.
It's NetherRealm Studios.
NetherRealm, y'all need to get it together because that's unfair. Don't call it Ultimate Edition and be like, oh wait, there's more, and we're gonna put in Darkseid.
But that's he's just in the mobile game, man. Like you don't really fight like you do in the console.
Yeah, he does. He does. He does fight everything.
No. Listen to what I'm saying. I'm not saying that he doesn't fight. I'm saying that he doesn't. In the mobile game, it's swipes and taps.
Oh yeah.
It's not combos. You know what I'm saying? It's not combos. So Darkseid could be in the mobile game because of swipes and taps. He couldn't be in the actual console version because he'd have to do combos and he'd kill everybody.
Yeah.
He'd shoot one laser and it'd be over.
Yeah, that Omega beam.
Yeah. Okay.
That's so unavoidable.
If they had more slots in Injustice, what character do you want in the game?
Oh Lord.
I want to see Saint Walker. Saint
Who?
Walker would be cool. The very first Blue Lantern.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't
Oh
know.
yeah, having different color lanterns, yeah, that would be amazing in that game.
Mm-hmm.
I used to know
Um,
this because this was a big argument when Injustice first came out. This is what everybody was talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Like a year or 2 years or however long ago it's been. Um, but personally, I always wanted, for some reason, I wanted to see Jonah Hex in a game.
Wow.
I always wanted to see him in like a fighting game like this.
I
And
can see that.
yeah, do not mistake me for it. Don't send me no comic questions because I don't know. I don't know the answers to your questions. I'm not a comic book fan like that. I don't read them like that. The only reason I know who I know is because of various movies and because my partner is a huge fan of comic books and stuff like that. So I know what I know vicariously.
Mm.
But I really thought Jonah Hex would make a good. And I don't even know if DC owns Jonah Hex anymore.
I
Um,
don't know either.
yeah, I'm not sure.
Because I
But
haven't seen Jonah Hex since like what, Justice League Unlimited.
hmm
Yeah.
And I would have liked for Batman Beyond to be a separate character instead of
Yeah.
as a skin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I think that would be really really good. So yeah, that's what I like. But there's the PlayStation 20 years. If you're lucky enough to get one of those awesome PlayStation 4 20th anniversary edition, PlayStation 4s, hold on to it. Because clearly they're making all that money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the one just sold on the eBay, I think.
Yeah, okay. Because it's supposed to look like the first PlayStation with
Yeah,
the
it's got the
gray
same color
color.
scheme and everything. It's really cute.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um.
So
Oh, something else. Excuse me, everybody, for eating. Mom.
Because I'm like fiending for one of the pizza rolls.
But these pizza rolls. I'm so fat. So I forgot that we were live. I'm just eating pizza rolls. Sorry, James.
well, this is called the Big Boy Project, so we got big for a reason.
Yeah, right. This is how that happened. Sorry.
But you said you got the Kingdom Hearts 2.5 remastered then.
I have 1.5. I went and bought 1.5 last month, and then 2.5 came out. But let's talk about this real quick. We were talking about Street Fighter earlier. The real tea is that it's exclusive to PlayStation,
PlayStation 4,
and PC.
Mm-hmm.
That's really strange to me. And business deals are business deals. I think that the president of Microsoft, or at least Phil Spencer, said, he said that the other day, or said that today or yesterday, that business is business and business deals are business deals. They got Killer Instinct because they own the rights already, and we're gonna get. I say we, like, I mean the PlayStation loyal are gonna get Street Fighter. But that's strange to me because if you go to tournaments, unless it's Evo, I thought, and I could be wrong, but I thought that they mostly play on Xbox. Like other tournaments, Final Round and some of those other ones, I think that they play on Xbox instead of PlayStation. So
they're probably gonna have to change up the process then, since it's only gonna be on PlayStation 4.
They're gonna have to change up the process. I wonder how the pro community feels about that.
It's gonna be a backlash. Anytime any good game is exclusive to one console, it's gonna be a little backlash. So
yeah, there's gonna be some backlash, but I'm thrilled, and I don't think it's ever gonna come out on whatchamacallit. Xbox is never gonna come out on that, but that doesn't mean that Super Street Fighter V Arcade Edition or Ultra Street Fighter V or what I say earlier, Street Fighter V Mockingjay. None of those. Who's to say that they won't be on Xbox?
Right.
So.
Or Ultimate Street Fighter V EX plus Alpha Extreme
Maximum
Edition.
plus Uber Supreme.
Yeah.
The Big
But it's
Mac
coming.
version, the super size.
It's coming. It's coming.
All these subtitles.
Right.
Yeah.
This,
It's
this,
coming.
right. And the logo looks so amazing. It looks
I
so
do like the logo.
good.
I really do like the logo.
Yeah, it does.
It got a glow to it.
All fiery and streetwise and
Right.
stuff.
I'm
Like,
getting that poster. I'm getting that Street Fighter 5 poster. And I was
You
on,
said it's streetwise.
it's streetwise. That's
All
what it is.
fire and streetwise.
It's fiery and streetwise.
Right.
It looks kind of like the Final Fight Streetwise logo in a way.
It's
Just more dramatic.
raised on the mean streets of
Japan.
Right.
what was that city in Final Fight? What was the name of the city that Hagar was the mayor?
Metro
City.
It got the kin. Yeah, it got the kin colors
Mm-hmm.
with the blonde and the red.
Yeah, it's gonna be cool. James and Joanne, you all really like the art style of Street Fighter V. I do not. I wanted to see something different. I feel like it's just a mixture of Ultra and Street Fighter Cross Tekken. And I'm not impressed yet. I got to see a lot more.
Right. Me too. Well, like I said, it was just a sneak peek saying that they working on it. Now, I don't know that's gonna be the final product of everything.
Right. Because they did say that at the bottom, so that's true.
Yeah. Because Chun-Li, she kind of looks like she was in Ultimate Marvel Capcom 3.
Right.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, okay, they kind of like trimmed up a little bit. Her outfit all shiny, looking all glistening.
Well, what got me was, what made me think of Cross Tekken was that her hands were bigger than her head. You know what I'm saying?
Well, she really don't punch. She slaps. So
yeah, pretty much.
Need big hands.
Yeah. She's gonna hold her fist up until she go up in the air, but on the ground she
Right, big hands and big thighs. That's her.
Yeah. So
I'm just happy it's not so bulky as in Street Fighter 4. Because all the characters like Ken, Ryu, they look so bulky,
fat and pudgy and stuff. I'm like, was you eating a blueberry muffin? You can't.
Like you stop training. Like you stop training.
I mean, that's how I feel. When I get me, I feel kind of like.
Yeah, like you supposed to. Like to me, they were like too muscular. Like it's too much. It's too much. So I'm glad they like slimmed them down a little bit.
So you're basically saying that they look like morphs on Tumblr? Is that what you?
Right. Look like morphs.
Okay, all right.
Because if you go to the anime and the comic, they're not that huge. Okay.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, hey, that's the art style that they should use from the Udon comics for Street Fighter. Yeah.
Right.
Because they looked awesome in that comic.
That's a good idea. That's a really good idea. But yeah, so going back to the PlayStation experience, there's a lot that happened. And we can kind of detail a couple of the things. It wasn't just Street Fighter 4, even though that was, for me, one of the bigger ones. Uncharted 4. Uncharted 4 got 15 minutes of gameplay. We got the chance to see, that one little snippet of his face last year at E3, looking, pitiful and crawling. Now we got to see a little bit more. We got to see a little bit of gameplay, so I'm really thrilled about that. Really thrilled about the fact that a new God of War is coming. I'm so excited. God of War ain't nothing but I'm going to beat you up, I'm going to beat you up, I'm going to beat you up. But sometimes when you come home from work, you need that.
Yeah. I think that's why I need to get back into God of War because
yes, you do.
My job.
So you did put the faces of the people you hate on the characters you slash.
I can't even see faces. I just want names, addresses, and the moment they call in, just want to reach through the headset. And just,
it's very cathartic. It's so relaxing to just hit and beat up these nameless people and things. That's why I downloaded the demo for Bayonetta 2 on the Wii U. It's so good. It's so good. It's just so good.
Right.
It's just so good.
Cool. And a lot of people were shocked, like Bayonetta on Nintendo.
I think the original one was on Nintendo, wasn't it?
It shouldn't be. I mean, they made by Capcom, and a lot of Capcom games back in the day worked for Nintendo.
It was on PlayStation 4. No, 3. 3, excuse me. 3. It was on PlayStation 3.
Okay.
And a lot of people were upset, like, oh my god, the Bayonetta naked and this is a Nintendo game and blah, blah, blah.
Oh, that ain't nothing. Y'all had Cammy showing her ass in Street Fighter 2 Turbo.
What? Wearing nothing but a thong.
Come on, man. Really? Don't be surprised.
I might have to look that up. What was Bayonetta on the first time? I don't quite remember.
I think it was on PS. I know it was on PS3.
It was PS3? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So switch over to Nintendo. It was kind of like an odd pairing.
You know, we're getting a lot of that lately. We're getting Bayonetta on Nintendo on the Wii. We're getting Street Fighter only on the PS4. We're getting Killer Instinct only on Xbox, and you know they got Tomb Raider for a minute.
Which don't make no sense because Tomb Raider started with PlayStation.
But you know what? That doesn't have anything to do with it. That doesn't have, and it's just a timed exclusive. It's not like it's gonna stay on there forever. It's only gonna stay on there for a little while. But I don't know. People always say that. Well, it started on PlayStation. Well, that don't mean nothing.
But like, the same thing with Street Fighter. They say it's gonna be exclusive, but like I said, they're not finished with it. So
yeah. Still gotta wait for Super Street Fighter 5 though.
Well, it's definitely going. It's this game. The first iteration of it is definitely going to be exclusive. It's not going to change. But the rest of them might. Because I mean, you know, Microsoft owned the rights to Mass Effect, the original Mass Effect, a long time ago, but now they don't. So that's why I'm asking. You know, you can get Mass Effect 1 on PlayStation. You know, there's a reason that you can do these patents and these exclusivity deals run out. After a while, they are, you know, some of them are timed, but yeah, I'm excited. What else? Let me go back. Suikoden 1 and Suikoden 2, will be on the Vita and the PlayStation Network starting tomorrow. Suikoden 2, I can tell you this from personal experience, is one of the best RPGs I've ever played. It is phenomenal. It's so fucking good. It just don't make no goddamn sense. So Suikoden 2, you gotta get it.
Okay. For the people who don't know about it, what's the story?
You know what? And I'm gonna be totally honest with you. It's been so, all I can remember is that it was good. It's been so long since I played. It's like asking me the details of any Final Fantasy other than 7. I played other ones, but I don't remember. I just remember that it's just that good. So,
and like me, I played all of them.
Yeah, and I don't ask me no question about it because I can't tell. But I just remember how good it was. You know, there are a lot of games, and I don't know if it's just my old age or whatever, that I remember how. I said old age like I'm really old. I remember how good they are, but I can't remember nothing about them. So if I played them again, it'd be just like playing the first time. So, I don't know. Maybe that's just me. I remember stuff like Final Fantasy VII because that hit a particular spot.
Right.
So that I won't forget. Let's talk a little bit about these. Now that all three of them are out, let's talk about these Arkham Knight trailers.
Yes.
Yeah.
What do you, give me some impressions. What do y'all think?
I like what I'm seeing so far.
Right.
I'm liking the graphics. I like kind of the direction they're going. Me, I think I'm really stuck on who is this Arkham Knight. That's really where I've been stuck on since the first trailer. I'm like, who is this dude? Like, because you look too much like Batman. And
yeah, he does. It's like the mechanic version of Batman, like the suit wise. But like I say, the graphics look amazing. Like you can tell they used every inch of the PlayStation 4 to make it. And now we got the vehicles, which I can't wait to use. With these rocket launchers. I just like GTA 5. I didn't want to go around just blowing up shit. It's destroying enemies. I just want to see. Did it say what villain's gonna be in the game yet?
I believe Scarecrow is gonna be there too.
Scarecrow's the main villain.
Yeah,
Huh.
But you know, you got like the side quest villains and all that. So
Well, I wouldn't go as far as to compare it to like Arkham Origins, because the way that Arkham Origins was set up was that they had all of these seven villains who were actually all out trying to get Batman at one time. So I wouldn't necessarily compare it to that. But like the first two games, they didn't have a whole lot of villains because they didn't need a whole lot of them. Matter of fact, Arkham Origins might have been overkill with all of the villains, but I don't know. Scarecrow is the main one. We don't know who Arkham Knight is. The theories are all over the place. I refuse to look at them because I don't.
Ain't Freeze supposed to be in this one too?
Probably. I'm sure he is. He's been in most of the other ones. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. Who knows if the Riddler's going to have Riddler trophies all over the place?
He probably so.
Or if somebody else is going, they're going to replace the Riddler with somebody else, which would be nice.
I just wait. I can't wait for the DLCs. I just want to see what they're going to bring for the DLCs. Like, like different character can play, like Catwoman from the last one.
Well, they already said they're going to do Harley.
Okay, definitely. But what they had the last one? Nightwing and Robin. Are they going to bring those back as well, or?
Well, they had Deathstroke too in one of them, in Arkham Origins. He plays him. Well,
right.
Of course, we're talking about just the challenge missions,
right?
And stuff like that. You can't.
And I hope they do the costume changes again. That was awesome.
Yeah,
I'm sure they will.
I love that. Run around as the '90s Batman. That was so hilarious for me.
Running around as the '60s Batman, the Adam West Batman was.
Oh, wow.
That's the one.
Like, everybody looks so realistic, and you run around in this little claymation.
But I'll be honest with you. I don't need to see I don't need to see another trailer with the Batmobile. I don't want to see another one. I've already seen 3. Yes, I get that he is shooting all these people, which is really strange. Why is Batman using guns and rocket launchers? Why?
Exactly.
That's
what tripped me out about it too. I'm like, you got a Gatling gun on the Batmobile now?
Well, like I said, hopefully they explain it in the game.
And I really do believe, I believe with my whole heart that they will, because Rockstar is very. The thing about Arkham Origins is that it was WB and it wasn't Rockstar. Rockstar, they work really closely with DC to make sure that what they put out makes sense. Really, there aren't any. You might hear it for this most recent one, but it's in. So, but all I know is that I'm just so excited for it. I really just can't wait. I'm so glad I got my PlayStation in time to get it.
Okay.
I also got Infamous Second Son, which I haven't played yet.
Oh.
Yeah, I need to get that too.
Oh yeah, that's right. It was $10 on the last game.
Yeah, I remember seeing it.
Yeah. Did you have you checked it?
No, not lately. No.
Okay. We'll check it and see, because it may still be cheap.
Right.
I don't know. What else? What other video game news?
Well, we could talk. Well, since we kind of talk about PlayStation, we can talk about the Wii real quick with the Legend of Zelda for Wii U.
It's coming.
They did gameplay for it. It looks amazing. And
seen it yet? I haven't seen it. So tell us about it.
They were showing like basically how big the world is, and they were showing a portion of the map. And the dude said, "Well, it's a huge world." He said, "That's not even half of it." And he expanded the map, and it's basically like a giant. It's basically you going around the planet. Basically, that's how big it is. They went all out with this, and like I was telling Cecil, like riding a horse. The horse moves by itself. It knows where to go. It moves by itself. It don't run in the trees, go off cliffs. It knows where to go. that leaves your hands free for combat and shooting arrows.
Mm-hmm.
They were showing that. They got high points in the game where you can go on top of cliffs and you can see, your surroundings, and you can see like towers, and it's always changing, like day to night seasons. So the tower is changing. Like a cave could be over here one day, and a cave could be over there the next day. So they, like I said, they didn't really show too much because it was just a sneak peek of the game. But basically, they're trying to see how massive the game is going to be, and it's a huge world. So I can't wait for it to come out.
I'm excited about it.
I just want to see what characters are going to be in the game besides Link. Because that's that's all they showed was Link. So
Zelda, she's gonna be there.
Yeah, what? Of course you gonna be there, 'cause the name of the game is up. But like other characters, like is it gonna be like Hyrule Warriors where they don't have those characters in there, or what's going on?
I don't know. We'll see. I'm excited.
Oh yeah, Hyrule Warriors on the Wii, right?
Yes, Hyrule Warriors is on the
And
Wii.
you didn't get that game? That should be your go-to game right there.
No, I don't want that crap at all. There's nothing about Hyrule Warriors. I mean, it's just mindless hack and slash. No, there's nothing about that appeals to me. Nothing about Dynasty Warriors that appeals to me. That's just not. Because I mean, every time I looked at the the little videos of it, it was just. Yeah, slash, yeah.
Sometimes people need a game like that. Like they didn't want to beat up people.
I will play, like I said, I play God of War where it's a little bit more substantial than that. I just don't want it to be completely mindless. I'm just hitting these dumbass NPCs until I can't hit them no more, until I get tired. What's the point? When do you stop? So I just don't. That's not my kind of game. It's not my kind of game. Don't want that. Don't want that.
Well, we can talk about Persona 5.
Oh, okay. You can. Because I don't know nothing about it.
Well, neither do I.
Go ahead. Tell us about it.
Well, basically, it came out with like the teaser trailer for it, and it wasn't much. It was like you see like this nameless character on a train, and trying to keep the story going. He got off the train and a persona pops up, and that was the end of the trailer. So it wasn't much. But basically, I just want to see like pictures, them making up the characters, something. Because they keep showing this same teaser trailer. It's getting on my nerves. Like, 6 months later, the same teaser trailer. Like, show me more. I want to see more. Because Persona 4 was amazing. And Persona 4 Golden was even greater. I mean, side quests, mini side quests, mini side quests. It just... it was just so much of the game that you can play for hours on end. So, like I said, it really wasn't much to show. I just want to talk about it because it's my favorite game. I can't stop playing it. And Cecil, like, if Cecil ever get Persona 4, he'll understand where I'm coming from.
Yeah, no, I know that it's good. I'm just... And it will probably never happen, but I'm truly waiting for Persona 4 Golden to show up on a console. I was going to get it a while ago, but then I was like, no, I really want, if I want it, I want the whole experience. Give me everything. So I wanted something like that.
Right. Well, you can play Persona 3.
Huh?
Because Persona 3 is very good.
Yeah, I heard it was good.
It's like Persona 4 is very light and airy, and Persona 3 is kind of dark with people dying left and right. It was very dark. So, so yeah, play Persona 3. I think on PlayStation it wasn't that much. Probably $15 at the most.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I might take a look at it. What else was did you want to talk about Dewan? Could you think of anything else that we wanted to make sure that we covered over this hangout?
I think we pretty much got it all in a nutshell.
Okay. All right. What about you, James? Anything else?
Nope, that's it on my end.
All right. Well, I can't think of anything else right now. A lot of people are playing Dragon Age. Are any of y'all into that?
I never seen it before.
No.
Good. Yeah.
I'm not into Dragon Age.
Me neither. Sorry, Jose.
Yeah, plays it 24/7.
Jose plays it with a passion. He loves it.
Right. If you ever be Jose friend on PlayStation, that's like you don't have to worry about what he's playing. That's what he's playing.
Yeah, he's playing that.
And he done stopped playing DC Universe and everything, so now I have to focus on my DiCaprio game and my guy game. That's about it.
Yeah.
No, not true, because we kind of played a little bit yesterday.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He was helping me with a mission.
Oh, okay. Let's see. He further along than I am, so and he had the expansions on top of that. So.
Right.
Does he?
Yeah. Those $19 expansions. Anyway.
And I can't get with an MMO, but I've already discussed with y'all why I can't do MMOs, because I just don't have the willpower to not play.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all it would be. And it would be DC. Like, I have a friend on the PS4, Tony the Nerd. Every time I see him on, I've never seen him play anything else other than the DC Universe online.
Wow.
Ever. I'm scared. He scares the hell out of me. I don't want to be that. I don't want to be that dude. I really don't. I don't want to be that dude that only plays one game from now on, and I was at risk of doing that when Injustice was out.
Oh.
But now I can't do it, especially in MMO, because I just have this. I told you this the other day. I have this image of me ending up like that dude on South Park that was playing World of Warcraft, or he was just sitting there laying there fat with napkins and paper plates and chicken bones and empty cans of Red Bull all around him, and I ain't got time. I can't do that.
I can't blame you. I cannot blame you now, so I understand. See, because I know, because I was, like I said, I played DC Universe. I was definitely into World of Warcraft, so you have to have the willpower to stop.
Right.
Have to.
Well, I never got addicted to games like that. I just played for like 2 or 3 hours and stop.
Yeah.
After a while,
I know how I am, though, James. I will, like, when I was heavy into Batman. When I would walk out the house and I would walk to my car, I would literally see places where I could grapple up to and hide. And
you sure?
And you talking about me not wanting to be a vigilante? See, no, I'm gonna get my costume and everything. I'm going full.
That's bad when you thinking of escape.
When you thinking of escape routes and tactical grapples and come on.
Okay, I don't know. Like, I'm looking at grates that I can just pull.
Child, I can see the headlines now. Black man grappling.
Black man grappling. That's
okay. Black man thinks he is the knight.
Right. Black man thinks he's the knight. And we're gonna be on the news. I know damn well this ain't Cecil on the roof.
Cecil, you said you was the knight, huh? You thought you was just gonna grapple to the roof? Come on, we bail him out. We gonna bail him out today.
It was definitely.
Oh, I ain't taking the car. I'm taking the grappling hook today.
I can't deal. I cannot.
That would be awful. It would really be bad. So I can't do that. So
yeah, I kind of see it now, because I remember I was in Atlanta. It took a while to see Cecil get up from Batman.
Yeah.
So, but he's like, time to go. Like, I just had to get that one trophy. Hold on.
I had too much to do. So yeah, it is what it is. I couldn't do that. But this was it. If anybody else wants to comment or subscribe or hit like. We would appreciate it greatly. We love all of our listeners and our followers.
Right. And
Stuff.
if you have any games you want us to talk about, please put it in the comment section below.
Absolutely.
Even if it's an old school game, even if it's an
Oh,
old school.
especially if it's an old school game.
Yeah, 'cause I consider myself an old school gamer. Like I can always go for a good game of Mario 3 or Streets of Rage 2. I love Streets of Rage 2.
I'm playing Breath of Fire.
I have still not played that yet. I really have not. There's
Yeah.
too many games that I missed out on. There's way too many of them.
But thank God for PS Vita because I can experience all my childhood all over again. Yeah.
Well, all right, everybody. We're gonna go ahead and sign off. And thanks a lot for listening. And we will see you next time.
Peace.
Bye, everybody.